I know on social media y'all see a lot of bad marriages, but let me tell y'all, there are some outstanding ones too.
Good morning. I have something to say right quick. This young lady, she is so pretty. She just motivated me to do a quick story time about my husband. And cause this week for me, y'all, I've been triggered all week. People been triggering me all week. I have a lot of past trauma, and it's been hard for me all week. And I was listening to this young lady talk about how much she love her husband, and I just want to say something and just jump on the I love you black man train. I gotta say I want to say this. I want to tell a story time. Just showing my husband appreciation. He has always been there for me even when I didn't even realize it. I have really, really bad anxiety. I know I be playing on here, but I have so many triggers. Like so many things trigger me. I've been going to my mental health provider for years, and at this point we friends. Cause I'm sometimes I feel like I'm still where I started when it comes to forgiveness and giving people passes, because I don't forgive, but I'm venturing off. I would like to tell us a quick story time. I talk about all the time how different stories about me and my reading comprehension disability and dyslexia and so I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So this is back when my kids were small. They hadn't even started school yet. I had three kids. I had two toddlers, an infant, and a dog. And so we was living in Hawaii, and I didn't have many friends. And when I had my kids, I used to get I used to have these really, really bad panic attacks when it was time to like take my kids to the doctor, or especially when we would have a new doctor and I had to fill out paperwork, or when we had to go to anytime we had to go somewhere and it had something to do with registration. I would freak out. I would like throw up. I would have real, real bad panic attacks because I was scared that I was going to embarrass myself when it was time for me to fill out the paperwork. So on the post that we were on, they had this thing called Grand Registration Day. And what's crazy about this story, I did not remember this story, or I did not realize what my husband did until about 2 or 3 years ago when I had a young man in my chair, and I kind of got a little unprofessional because I wasn't talking to him, but I can hear him talking to his baby mama, and he was calling her bees, and he was cussing her out because of the simple fact she called him and asked him for pull-ups. So let's get back to the story. So they would have big, but that's when I remember it. But let's get back to the story. They would have these big registration festivals where they had like petting zoos, they had just like clowns, they had games. It was like a big fun day. And while the kids are just having a good time, the parents are just going to different booths, getting the paperwork, and registering their kids for like sports, Head Start, kindergarten, if your kid's going to middle school, junior high, high school sports, band. They just did it all one day. And this was back in like, I think maybe 2006, 2007. And it was when we had started filling shit out online. We could feel like different. They had started filling stuff out online. So I'm getting up. I'm getting ready to go. Remember, I'm stressed out. I'm tired. I got 3 babies and a dog. And I used to take my pet with me everywhere because he used to keep me safe. I just used to feel safe with that dog. But anyway, I get ready to go. Now the house phone ring. No one really called me. And my husband, whenever my husband was deployed, so whenever he would call the house phone, because some reason when he would call the cell phone, the connection was bad. So I heard the phone ring and I run in the house. Now take the mind, I've been crying all morning because I know I got to go down here and fill out these paperwork. Now, I did not know at the time that my husband knew that I was dyslexic and I did not know how to read. I didn't know that. Because this was his first deployment. That's what it was. It was his first deployment. I didn't know that. And so this was before I actually told him that I didn't know how to read. So he was like, "Hey, babe, what you doing?" And I said, I'm getting ready to take the kids to the registration fund day. I said, so to register for the kids. He said, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." He said, "I was just calling you." That's what I was. He said, no, he didn't say I forgot about that. He said, I was just calling you to talk to you about that. And I was calling you because I know he said, I'm finna, we going on a convoy, and he said we're gonna be gone for probably like a week and a half, and I'm not gonna talk to you. So I just want to call you and let you know to tell you about that. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, well, he said you don't have to go in. He said, yeah, you don't have to go and register. He said, I already did it. I got the email and I saw it, and I just registered register for you. He said, just take the kids down there to the water park, or take the kids down there and just let them have fun. Don't worry about that. He said, I already took care of it for you. And then I realized I said, oh babe, thank you. I was happy, and I was just so relieved, and so I just took the key and we just had a good time. But I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think anything of it until like damn near 13 years later. And then I thought about it. He was always there because before he would leave, he would have this folder with all the paperwork just in case something happened. But he also had handwritten information. He was like, hey, this is Desmond paperwork, so whenever you got to fill out paperwork, just copy whatever you need from this paper to his paperwork. This is Kaylin's, this is DJ Junior's, that's my Dustin Jr. paperwork. He had wrote down everything that I needed. It never clicked to me that he already knew that I didn't know how to read, so I would just copy from one to the other whatever I needed to write down. I knew my kid's name, I knew how to, like, so I knew who was who. But he has always made life easier for me, but I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know it. I had got so used to him doing it. I'm going through having anxiety, and I realize when I get there, no one looking at me funny because I came prepared. I got my folder, I got my little case, my important case, just in case something happened to my husband. I got my insurance paper. I had everything. He had always made life easier for me, but I did not realize until I was put in a situation where I saw a baby daddy treat his baby mom like shit. Like, it was just normal for my husband to do that. I say all this to say that man, like the other day I did a video and I had got triggered. My husband, I do that all the time, and he just sit there and he be like, yeah, I know. He say, you right. And like, I just be so emotional, and it's just, he just make life easier for me. Like, I'm sorry. To go from where I came from to now, it's just a blessing. And one of the big reasons I'm here is because of my husband. Like, Dustin, I love you so fucking much. I just wanted to get on here because that young lady motivated me, and I just wanted to get on here and just let y'all know, like, all men not bad. It is a lot of good men, a lot of good black men out there. And I was lucky enough to find happiness, through all the struggles and all my triggers. I just, that young lady motivated me to say this, and I just felt like I had to come on here and say this. She just made me really emotional, and there are good, she's right. People talk about bad marriage, but there are good men that do the right thing and that love their wives, and no matter they past, they love them. So I just thought I should say that. I just wanted to say that. I just felt the need to say that. Y'all be blessed. If ain't nobody told you that they love you, I love you. You guys have a happy reading, and I promise you, I'm gonna get back to books. It's just this week's been really hard for me. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day.